Hi everybody, welcome to another video. This video is something I've been playing around with a half round foam stretcher. I have a couple clients that have tightness in their chest and are starting to kind of roll the shoulders forward, and I have one that has a bad shoulder as well as myself, and that's what I'm doing right there. Is that side is tight. It's tighter than my right side, so I'm scooting over to kind of put the roller so that can stretch out even more. I came off a horse a few years ago and landed right on the back of my shoulder, which pushed it forward, and I think I hurt my collarbone, and it's just been kind of rolling forward a little bit and just gotten tight. And so now I'm switching over to the other side, doing the same thing. This side is a lot looser than the left side. So this is just something I was playing around with to see if I could come up with some things for my clients too. This right here is just opening up the chest, stretching those muscles, stretching your shoulders. Doing this movement right here, you can see my elbow, left elbow is up a little bit higher. I can't put it on the ground because it's tight. I can keep it on the ground as I go down, but as I come up, it gets tighter and tighter. And this actually feels really good. Even just laying on the foam stretcher, not doing anything, just feels really good. If your chest is feeling really tight and you notice that your shoulders are starting to roll forward because of chest tightness, then this would feel really good for you too. So I went ahead and scooted back over because that left side is just tight. I wanted to stretch it just a little bit more just to see if I could get it a little bit looser and see if I can keep my left elbow down closer to the floor this time. Now I'm going to try my arms again and see if I can keep my elbow down on the left side a little bit better. And right now I'm just laying there feeling my chest and shoulders stretch out. And the more I laid there and then the more I did this one and tried to really keep my left elbow closer to the ground, especially when I got to the top, it did really open up my chest a lot more, and it did make my shoulder feel better. So this is another one too that I just made this one up and it just felt really good. You let your hands come up, and as you pull down, you press your elbows into the ground and arch up. And I was focusing on feeling my back contract and also just my chest opening. So here's from a different angle. So you pull down and push your chest up in the air to stretch your chest, but also contract your back. If you have a hard time when you train your back, pulling your shoulders back and squeezing your shoulder blades together, I really feel like this is one that can help you to learn how to do that better. Because right here you get to push your elbows into the ground, and that helps you to push up into your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades together. I have some clients that have a really hard time doing that on their own, and I think this is going to be something that's going to be really beneficial to just help them to open up that chest a little bit more so they can get a better arch when they train their back. After doing all this stuff, I felt like my chest was opened up more and my shoulder felt like it was stretched out a little bit more. I felt like I could really pull my shoulders back and stand up straighter. So I went ahead and did some banded back exercises, just a few sets, just to work the back muscles and strengthen them just a little bit, almost to reinforce what I just did. So I spent time stretching and opening my chest up, and then I thought training back would be a way to just reinforce and lock in that openness in my chest. So I wanted to work my back muscles so my back muscles would pull my chest open and help me to stand up straighter. And this combination of things really worked. The foam stretcher with the banded back exercises really made me feel like I could stand up straighter. Even today, I did this yesterday, and even today my shoulders feel like they're staying back more. My back is holding them back. My chest still feels open, and I just feel like I'm standing up straighter. So I really like this combination, and my clients are going to have a big surprise on Monday. Yay for them. They call that my evil laugh, but they always seem to love when I get creative, so I'm sure they'll really like this combination. And I'm really good at pulling my shoulders back and squeezing my back, but even I felt a difference after doing those stretches. I felt like I could just really pull my shoulders back and pull those shoulder blades together and get a better contraction than even I normally do. So my clients that have a hard time with doing this, they should be able to feel a big difference and should be able to pull the shoulders back even better. And now I'm getting ready to do a variation. So I just took the band a little tighter and I'm leaning forward and pulling back this way instead of staying so straight and arching up. So this just hits it just a little bit different. And it's, yeah, slight lean forward. I gathered up on the band just a little bit more because when I'm leaning forward, you lose some of the tension. So you have to gather up on the band so you keep that tension there. And this is a second set that I did with those two exercises. So this one, the straighter version, I'm sitting more straight up, and I didn't count my reps, so I don't know how many I did on each one of them. I was just going more by feel and focusing on really pulling those shoulders back and getting that squeeze between my shoulder blades. So basically just focusing on getting the tightest contraction in my back that I could and really feeling my chest open up so my shoulders could pull back as far as they could so I could get the tightest contraction possible. And I think that should be the main goal for any body part that you train, is to get the tightest contraction possible. So at the top of every movement, the contraction part, you want to make sure that you're getting the best squeeze and contraction that you can get. I think that's what gives you really good results, and it makes it purposeful. It makes it where you're focusing on the muscle, and also the stretch is important too. So I'm a big believer in full range of motion, so getting the tightest contraction possible with a really good stretch in whatever muscle that you're working. So there's the concentric, eccentric, and the isometric. So the isometric is the contraction and the squeeze, and on some of those I was holding the squeeze longer, so the isometric squeeze is really important. I don't cross my T's